Yeah, so today we brought in a good friend of mine, Bobby Emmons, 7-time EBI combat jiu-jitsu vet, competed in submission underground, all of the big combat jiu-jitsu and regular super fight events. He's today showing us just a lot of good tips on just leg lock attacks and defense, just starting with your simple straight ankle, and we're going to advance to the more advanced heel hooks. So tune in, it's going to be great.
But I just want to go over like the finishing mechanics for breaking the foot on a straight ankle first, and we'll kind of see how it goes. Like I said, I'm laid back. If anybody has any questions at all, ask. It's not going to bother me. If I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know. I'm a pretty honest guy. But I do thank you all for having me here. Anybody's ankles you want me to use? So before we even get into lacing, right, I want to go over a big problem I see with the normal straight ankle game. A lot of people just like to grab it, right? They'll just grab the straight ankle here, they'll fall back, they'll be on their elbow, and then we just wrench it back. So the first thing I'm actually trying to do is the way your chest is bent and the way his foot is bent kind of align, right? So I just want his big toe in my armpit, and I want to turn his foot just like so in my chest, just to get a good grip, right? It makes it hard to pull out, and it makes it hard for him to boot. So instead of this, where you can immediately put the boot on, now I'm fighting it, right? But if I grab it right here, before I even make connection, he can't boot.
Stuck on your ribs.
Exactly. So you almost want to start now. I just want everybody to get the hang of doing this, and then you have to get the second grip because it's hard for him to pull this out, even with one hand, right? Can't go forward, can't go back. So this is how I want to secure the leg for a straight ankle before I do anything. If I can get this grip, a lot of times you can finish it from here. So everybody grab a partner and just work on that, right? I don't want to be, you definitely don't want to see much of their toes, and you certainly don't want to see their heel past your armpit.
This guy won by a leg lock one time. I've never won an MMA fight by a leg lock. No, man, that's too loose. That's why he was able to twist it, I think. See how he's like turning his... Take this all the way. Like put it... See this little space?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now. Right? And that's not without even wrapping your legs around.
Yeah. I would have to.
You're going to have to probably not even get a real finish from right here. I mean, it is possible. But what I want everybody to do before we move on is when they get their initial bite, right? Before they even do anything else, I want their partner to see if they can push their foot through or pull it out. If he can't, then you've got a good initial bite, right? What you do after it, we go over a couple different options and how to lace up. But this is going to be super important, especially when if people fall back for it, right? A lot of times, if you can block this leg, this one thing we'll go over, cup here, put it here. As soon as I fall back, see his butt's going to start coming up. It's going to be super easy to finish that without really having to wrench very hard, right?
Right, yeah.
So I just want everybody to get that initial bite mechanic down, and then we'll go over the finish. Basically, I love that setup because guys are coming out and sitting a lot.
Yeah.
So if you can get their feet, if they come out and sit, butterfly or whatever, you know, you can get one foot up, get that in there, then you can really just start. Get a quick straight ankle finish. So everybody keep doing that just a couple more times, and we'll go into how you turn your hands to finish it really, really quick. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's too deep.
It's too deep.
Right?
Yeah, foot's out.
You can kick your leg. You can kick his leg.
Is that what he said, to make sure he didn't kick the leg out?
Yeah, so because you want the heel like here. It's almost like you're doing a heel hook to the person.
Okay. So
I'm not sure about the
what's that? So like so?
Can you take your leg out?
Okay. I go next.
Dude, that's too much space. Maybe you don't have big enough biceps.
You try to. Damn. It's cold weather.
The finish I use, like I'll get in here and I block that leg. So as I go to fall, I put this in here. Boom. Once I hit here, I'll turn this wrist.
So you don't even need to use your other hand.
No, you can finish it one-handed. If you have enough toes in the armpit, it'll break it one-handed.
Oh,
the thing is, a lot of people will fall here on their elbow.
Yeah. You want to
But you gotta go. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. It's wringing out the rag. You're twisting it more than
all the way through.
trying to pop it. Yeah.
He said he doesn't use
And like to cup and bring his ass off the ground, you can actually take this one to there, under it, and lift to get your lace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when you drop in.
Yeah. It's very good pressure.
Yeah. Really? Right. So you want this one to go right here, and you want to fall that way, but not on your elbow.
Keep going.
Is it working?
Keep going.
See how you're looking at him? Oh, there you go.
That was him, coach.
Don't look at him. Yeah, that was him, coach. Never look at him. If you're looking at him, your body's like this, right? So you always want to go this way, and that's gonna gravity's gonna be on your
I
side.
remember like being able to eat straight ankles, you know, because people were doing them so wrong, I guess.
Right.
You gotta feel it. You feel it. Feel it.
All right, guys, come on in. Everybody's getting So we'll go over this setup I like to use, right? Especially if I got one leg in or he's playing. That's great. That's a great example. When they play this is a great offense for it. So obviously I don't want to let him get double inside on me. Is what I call it. I need to establish inside. So I like to play here to where he's only got one inside. Get the heel. What I can do to help me with this is use my opposite hand to come under here. Because now I've got his butt off the ground, which is going to give me control of his hips. And it kind of gives me a good bite on this right away, right? So I still want to keep this going forward because I don't want him to adjust. I'm going to keep my arm in here as I fall, right? And I need you guys to do this very soft with your partners, if you would, starting out. Because we're going to step forward and we're just going to fall to our hip and off our elbow. I can finish this one-handed. All right, guys, come on in here because I had a great question on the defense. I probably should have stressed this a little more for that reason. The reason I said we're always driving our this knee first to block that one is because if I do this and get this grip without doing that, exactly, he's going to re-pummel and re-attack, right? So to stop that, when he has his De La Hiva hook, as I go to lift this one, I'm driving that knee forward, right? The deeper I can get here, the better. Now if he tries to re-pummel, it's go time. Even if he gets here, I still have this way.
Yeah.
I don't have to change my grip. All I have to do now is take my elbow and pull it down.
Yeah, you feel that. There you go.
Make sure that's right.
But then put the pressure, but then his knees bent, or do I keep it?
Keep that now when you fall back. Keep that on the side. That fall back one. Oh!
Yeah.
Control.
We'll for that tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
We'll for that tomorrow.
If anything, cramps.
Yeah. Let's go, come on. I haven't set it in. I didn't even lock it in yet, man.
And that's all it should take. It's not this. See how much more flexible he is? If I have the right bite or he panic taps, yes, I might get a tap here, right? But he's going to be flexible there. So all I really want to do is puff my chest out, and I'm taking this elbow to my butt. I can honestly finish this one-handed if I do it right? But it's like anything else. You get gassed, you get winded, people get sweaty, you're just trying so hard, and just natural habit to do this. It's taken me a very, very, very long time to get in the habit of just dropping. And it's so much easier now. Doing it the right way, which is crazy, I know. Here. Try not to be up in here. See all that space, right? This part of your wrist, God made that to slide right there. Grip, elbow. And that's honestly all you should have to do to start putting pressure on the knee. If you're really comfortable with your partner, you can feel right here when you do this. Here you can tell, oh, it's wobbly in a lot of spots. Here, I can feel the exact spot it's going to blow in his knee. Yeah, it will blow that whatever outside CL that is. There's like 42 CLs in your knee. So be very, very careful, guys, with this. If you do prefer the gable grip, the biggest mistake I usually see people on gable gripping is the wrist is bent, right? We need to straighten our wrist and then elbow down. That's going to make it a lot tighter. Here causes my elbow to flare a little bit. Straight wrist causes my elbow to suck inside and straighten. It's a lot easier to hit that uppercut.
Yeah.
Coach, could you go over that other grip you mentioned?
Butterfly grip? Yeah. I just like it because it naturally sucks my elbow in.
Yeah.
It's just this butterfly grip. You're just going this and this here. And we're always waving away on our outside heel hook. Right? That's another good thing to remember. If I'm waving like this, what happens to my elbow? So I'm waving it myself. See how my elbow's flared? But if I'm waving, so we tell our guys, you're waving bye-bye to their ACL. that's how we tell them. Just wave bye-bye. Right? Don't wave at yourself. Bye-bye.
Does it matter how you lace your legs?
What's that?
Does it matter how you lace your legs?
I'm showing it. We would go down a rabbit hole of laces here. The important thing to remember is no matter what lace I'm using, I'm always bridging to take the slack out of the leg. Think of his leg as like you catch a fish and you have slack on the line, right? You want to get the slack out of that line. So I get the slack out of the line, then get the pop. Here he's still a little more flexible. The minute I get that slack out, it tightens everything up. So you wouldn't do a squat without pushing off your heels or pushing off something, right? It's the same with leg attacks. I want to get all the slack out of his leg, so I got to bridge off something.
Yeah.
Wait, the way I went?
No, if he goes that way, I'm going. Because I got it. I finally feel like it was good. So,
All right, guys,
up off the ground.
quick break, and we'll go over some half butterfly stuff, how to elevate a guy from bottom without really having to elevate him. Use a lot of leg energy, finish the heel hook, and then we'll try to hold something.
Still got to have to fight. Yeah. Close.
So for what we're going to do on this one is, the goal of this is to elevate him without having to abuse my legs and lift, right? A lot of people think that the elevating is just lifting him up like this, right? I really don't even have to do that. I just need to get him off balance. One way to do that is to get my knee, that is my half guard leg, past his butt. There's different ways I can do that. Low underhook, drop it down. Once I get him here, I'm just shifting my hips to get to that. I never actually really have to lift him, right? I just get a nice angle, get to where I can see my knee past his butt. From here, I can go with it. I can use my arm to push him to Heisman, right? All I'm honestly doing from here is going from this hip to this hip. Once I get here, straight ankle, heel hook. I like using a low butterfly hook to pull him to me. So if I use a high one, right, there's a chance, especially long arm guys like the Rutolos, like Boogie, exactly, they're gonna try to darce me. So my setup for this is, I'm gonna come with a low underhook and get on my elbow. I always tell people stay off your elbow. This is the exception to that. Just to set up some momentum, right? So I'm in here, I'm gonna low underhook, and I take my head to the opposite side. From here, I'm gonna get off my elbow and pull him towards me, but try to get my knee past his butt. Right? And then from there, it's a hip switch. I've pillowed his knee. It's gonna be hard for him to get his knee to the ground to do anything and roll. But I've got his heel.
All right, so again, I'll do it real slow. From here, I come up, I pull him on me, and now I'm lifting this. He's already off balance, so I just gotta bring the leg around.
Okay, catch. Okay. Right. So you need this in here.
I don't even want to do it. Do you want to try to do it?
So look. Right. So when I go for this sweep, right, I'm not diving under the leg.
You're shooting it through this the way.
I'm just picking it here. Right now, it allows me to push him. And look where it falls. Right there. Finish it.
I'll try the other side. I don't feel like too good about it.
How you feel about that one?
So another reason it's really good to shelf your heel on their rib when you come around.
Everything's up front.
I try to pull you this way because I know I want you to go that way and shoot you this way, right? So if I shelf this and get a nice, even if I don't get my grip, a lot of guys will try to roll out of this, right? So what I can do is as they roll, I just keep it.
You just slide down to that one. You think this one's even tighter, right?
So I don't ever go for the actual grip until I know I've got their body where I want it. And from here, it's the same thing, right? I'm waving away. I'm taking my elbow to my hip.
You don't even need to grab.
No. I'll cup it sometimes and do